Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone that taught us this word. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, across the planet Earth, pushing this truth, man, in sincerity and in truth. Yeah, so it looks like we're dealing with this little roller coaster ride, roller coaster effect over the Middle East. Seems like the whole Iran Israel thing is kind of dying out a little bit now, but it got hot. They're calling it like a 12-day war. So it was hot for a second, then kind of died down. Eventually it'll spring up again, and it'll die down. But that's you know how it is, man. Certain prophecies, have to come to pass, and they will come to pass, because these words are faithful and true, man. So we just have to be patient and tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, man. You can't lose patience during these times, man. You have to see it through the very end. He that endured unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. And that's the goal, man, is to be delivered. So don't let these demons, mess with you. And, just got to keep pushing on. But this article at the news.antiwar.com says Khamenei says Iran will never surrender. This is dated June 26th. But even though, they kind of died out, they kind of slowing down on the retaliations. As Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah delivered his first address since Iran's ceasefire with Israel, it took a defiant tone, saying his country would never surrender to the U.S. They claimed victory over the U.S. and Israel after the 12-day battle. After they got bombed out, now they're slowing everything down. But it is what it is. Other prophecies must come to pass before this World War III can really kick off, and before those nuclear missiles touch down. Khamenei downplayed the U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, saying they didn't do anything significant. Although the extent of the damage remains unclear, President Trump has claimed he obliterated the facilities. The Iranian leader warned that Iran could attack again in the face of future U.S. aggression. It's quite significant. Such an action can be repeated in the future too, should any aggression occur. The enemy, the aggressor, will definitely pay a heavy price, he said. So yeah, they kind of slowing down on the attacks, but hey, it's a roller coaster thing, man. It's been like this for a very long time, but we know we're closer because a lot of these prophecies are all playing out all at the same time. Back in 1990s, on the first Iraq invasion, we didn't really have earthquakes like that. There weren't uproars of the people and all that. But now, fast forward, all these different events, uprising of the people is all over the place. Racial tension is all over the place. The digital currency, all that technology is ready to be implemented. The RFID chip technology is ready to be implemented. We have this cruel leader, Northern Kingdom, man, they're being deported left and right. ICE agents are splitting up families. The Northern Kingdom is getting their lick in, getting their lick. So, all this stuff is playing out all at once. So that's how it's about to explode, and we have to keep that mentality. This Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the visions yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Yeah, though it seems like it's tarrying, man. Something pops off, then it cools down. Something pops off again, it cools down. It's been doing that for a while. So it seems like it's tarrying. Oh, but it will surely come. Don't tarry, wait for it. We gotta wait for it. You gotta have that patience at the end of the day, man. Don't let these demons mess with you, man. Endure unto the very end, man, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. I said it will surely come. You know. So it's not gonna come in the midst of chaos. It's gonna come in the midst of peace. As the first Thessalonians 5:3. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Yeah, as soon as they say, so they're going to be in a state where everything is peace and safe. That's when that destruction is going to come. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Yeah, we have this knowledge. We have, the prophecies. We understand the prophecies. We have that vision, as watchmen. So the brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. You're the children of light, the children of day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Yeah, we have that understanding, of what's going on. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. Let us watch and be sober. So we're always on the watch, man. It's because it's going to come like a thief in the night. It's going to come. It will surely come, as the scriptures say, man. It will surely come. It will not tarry. But let us, who are of the day, be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for the helmet, the hope of salvation. That breastplate of faith, You have to believe, man. You have to believe that these words are faithful and true. You can't give up hope, because hope is all we have. Hope of salvation, man. To get up out of here, because these nukes will fly. They didn't create this nuclear technology for nothing, man. They didn't bomb these guys out for nothing. Bomb out their nuclear facilities underground and all that. They did that for a reason, man. Because they know that day's coming, man. Yeah, for the helmet, the hope of salvation, man. Because that's our hope, man. That's why we put in this work. That's what we do, man. For that hope of salvation to be beamed up and delivered. You're not getting caught up in, this time of Jacob's trouble. Not getting caught up in that nuclear destruction, man. Yeah, 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. That's the work, man. Got to go out there and give them warning from the Most High. Let our people know, hey, it's time. This day is coming, man. Scripture say that day shall come, it shall burn as an oven. Habakkuk said, it will surely come and not tarry. Hour of temptation will surely come. There's going to come a time when they're going to push that chip, that MOTB, the mark of the beast. It's going to come a time when you can't buy anything or sell anything, man. You're going to be a complete outcast in the society. It's going to come a time when they're going to come door to door, bust down your doors, and drag you off to concentration camps. They're already doing that with the Northern Kingdom, man. We're seeing that now. We're dragging them off to detention centers, breaking up families. Deporting the mother while the kid is still in school. The kid comes home from school and the mother's gone. That's a reality that's happening out here. So because it will surely come, it will not tarry, man. It says, we have to speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, that's going to come. It's going to get worse. All the tribes are going to deal with this, which I'll put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and I'll cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So the Lord said that the day is going to come the day shall burn like an oven. That's faithful and true. It's going to happen. The Lord said that you can't buy or sell anything unless you have that mark. That day is going to happen. That's faithful and true. Man, those words are faithful and true. The scriptures say, Michael's going to get so bad that Michael, the archangel, is going to have to come down to protect his people, man. That's the day it's going to happen, man. You have to believe it. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, the unfaithfulness, man. The Fear none of those things, man. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All the unfaithful are going to die. All these non-believers, man, they're going to die. You know? So let not their unbelief discourage you. Don't let that, knock you off the path. Keep pushing on, man. Even though it seems like it's tarrying, it shall speak, it shall not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, man. The unfaithful will, they won't believe. And they won't call upon that name, man. And they'll disregard the prophets, they'll disregard this truth, and continue on with their life and not prepare themselves. And as the scriptures say, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. They're going to get caught up in this destruction. They're going to get caught up in them race riots. They're going to get caught up in them concentration camps. Ultimately, you're going to get caught up in that nuclear destruction, man. Which is the indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Next, there's going to come a day where, that NATO's going to turn on America. This is Revelation 17:15. He sent unto me the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. Man, this is all in America. Babylon the Great, the whore. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, ye shall hate the whore. Yeah, the NATO, the EU, man. Eventually they're going to hate the whore, man. And who's a better person than Donald Trump, man? To have all these NATO members, these NATO leaders, to turn, man. Because he's going to do something. He's doing it now, man. And they shall hate the whore. They're going to end up hating America. It shall make her desolate and naked. It shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So that's going to happen, man. America's going to get burned with fire, man. In these end days, man. That's faithful and true, man. It's part of the scripture. It's part of the word. That's part of the script. So yeah, this is Galatians 6:9. So don't be weary, man. Let us not be weary in well-doing. For in due season we shall reap and not faint. Yeah, what's that well-doing, man? Keeping the faith, pushing the work, continuing in the work, and keeping the faith, and giving the people warning from the Most High, man. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. That's what we're instructed to do, man. So don't be weary in that, and that's well-doing. That's the good Western work. That's pushing this gospel. Let us not be weary in that. For due season we shall reap. What's that? We're going to reap. That's salvation. You always got to think about the hope of salvation, which is that helmet that you have to have on your head, that spiritual helmet. The hope of salvation, man. That's the reaping, man. In due season, being delivered, being protected, and having that abundance, man, when everybody else is starving, and everybody else is in a fearful state. This place collapses, when the infrastructure of America collapses, lawlessness takes over. Everybody's in a fearful state, and there's no law. There's a famine. There's no food. What are you going to do, man? That's in due season you shall reap. It's that protection from your angel, man. That protection from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. The Lord said that you shall have an abundance in that day, man. Everybody else is sorrowful and weeping. You're going to have that abundance. Why? Because you kept the faith. You pushed on to the very end. If we faint not. If you faint, man, you're caught up, man. There's a rock, Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 14. Woe unto you, well, I'll start at 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore he shall not be defended. We just read, man. In due season, we shall reap. What? We reap that defense from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because you're going to need it. You need that defense from angels, man. If we faint not. The scriptures say, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. So ultimately, you don't believe, man. You're part of that incredulity. You let that incredulity trouble you when you lost your faith. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. We just read it. and for he shall not be defended. You're gonna need that defense, man. We're worms. So the Lord said, you know, dig up that worm, man. Ain't nothing you're gonna do with yourself to protect yourself, man. You're gonna need that spiritual protection from Yahweh Shai, man. Whether he makes you into that new sharp threshing instrument having teeth, spiritual power, or that angel, your guardian angel, is there for you and protects you wherever it is that you go, keeps you out of trouble. You know, that's how you're gonna be defended. If you don't believe, you're not gonna be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Yeah, you know you lost patience, you give up, you throw the word behind you. You're like, yeah, this day ain't coming. You know, the Lord ain't gonna defend you in that day, man. What are you gonna do when the Lord visits you, man? You're gonna die, man. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word. And they that love him will keep his ways, man. You know, don't want to disobey the word, man. The Lord said, endure unto the end. And they that love him will keep his ways, man. But yeah, I just wanted to, around that roller coaster effect. It's been like that for a while, you know. Something will spring up, it'll die out. You know, something else will spring up, die out. You know, we haven't heard from that Neuralink in a while, but yeah, that technology's there. You know, they're working behind the scenes. You know, cooking up, new legislation and all that. You know, whatever it is that they're doing, they just believe that they're doing it. You best believe that they're doing it. You know, because the scriptures say, hey, you're not gonna be able to buy anything or sell anything. At least you have the mark. So that RFID chip technology is already in place. That digital currency is already in place. The racial tension is on an all-time high, man. Northern Kingdom's getting scooped up and shipped out. You know, the wars are springing up. You know, even though this guy says he'll never surrender. But then again, he says, oh well, if the U.S. attacks again, yeah. But it's what it is, man. But vision is yet for an appointed time, but in the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And with that, shalom.